What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're back with some more NCAA 06 Georgia Southern Dynasty. And the regular season, has come to an end. We're about to go bowling. We got the conference championship games and all that. We finished 9-2, and the regular season comes to an end with us ranked number 21 in the nation. Now, we got the MAC championship game in the Akron Zippity-Doo-Dah Zippity-A's beat Northern Illinois 34-13. Then you got the SEC championship game number 3, Florida, taking on Auburn. Florida has an outside chance to crack the top 2 and get to that natty with a win over Auburn. Not the most impressive win. It did take a comeback by the Gators, but they got the job done. Oklahoma taking on number 1 Nebraska, and the old rivalry has been a superb ball game if you got to see it. Nobody did, not even me. But it was a beautiful game. Oklahoma gets the win over number 1 Nebraska. So can number 2 survive versus Florida State? And they do. Miami with the beatdown of the Seminoles 38-7. And then you got Tulsa taking on Memphis, and they are going to get the job done versus Memphis 36-31. So no conference championship game for us. We should have a decent ball game. It should be versus a decent opponent as well. And we're going to see who that opponent is right here, right now. And it's going to be Texas A&M. So Texas A&M ranked number 18 in the nation at 8-4. We are 9-2. And of course, we are ranked number 21 in the nation as of right now. Let's see who takes home the Heisman.
I'm Brad Nessler, and I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight in New York City for the presentation of the Heisman Trophy. It's an honor to present this award, which goes to the best college football player in the country. This young man will become a part of Ncaa football history. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Heisman Trophy. Congratulations.
Congratulations, he done did it again. Eric Sampson, he was the Heisman Trophy winner from last year, and he got it again this year. Second player, only Archie Griffin, as we know, has won 2 Heisman. I thought Tebow might have a chance to do it, winning as a sophomore, but he came up short his junior and senior season. So Eric Sampson, he is going to be the Heisman Trophy winner, playing in the national championship game against those Gators. Timothy Tebow's Gators. I believe Tim Tebow would have been a junior or senior. 07 would have been his freshman year. Who cares? I'm not going to do the math. All I know, we got Miami and we got Florida. Nebraska is now number 6 in the nation. The top 10 kind of stays the same after that. Florida State, they fall from number 6, dropping down to number 12, as you can see right there. Texas A&M, who we're going to be facing, number 18. We're number 21. Obviously, then got number 22, Minnesota, Colorado, Texas. Akron is in the top 25 to end the season. Anthony Williamson is your Maxwell Award winner. He's most likely going to win the Doak Walker Award, and he wasn't even up for the Heisman. Crazier things, I guess, have happened. Chris Jones, he is the Benerick Award winner out of Cal. Eric Sampson, obviously, if he's the best player in the country, he should be the best quarterback in the country, and he is that as well. And then, of course, Anthony Williams, he does win the Doak Walker right there over Manning from Alabama and Thomas, who was up for the Heisman from Miami as well. Kyle Thompson, he wins the Biletnikoff for the best receiver. Best tight end goes to Brashers, who we've seen all throughout these dynasties that we do from Iowa. Iowa just knows how to produce good tight ends. Kittle, Noah Fant. Isn't Hutchinson from Iowa as well? There might be some other great tight ends from Iowa that I just haven't heard of or just haven't realized that they're from Iowa. Chris Jones is also your best linebacker in the nation. Xavier Gibson wins the Thorpe Award, which is one of my favorite trophies. I think defensive backs are the most athletic guys on the football field. And then best punter goes to another Miami Hurricane. Miami is just racking up these trophies. Best returner goes to Kyle Thomas, who is also your best receiver. And Tulsa's coach is the coach of the year with a record of 11-2. Jonathan K. These are his season numbers. When this is all said and done, we're going to look at his career numbers for this season, or for his whole career, because he is a senior. Trent Blair is the heir to the throne. Old school college football, these guys don't transfer after a year of sitting or 2 years of sitting like, hey, I'm next on the list. I'm up, I'm on deck. They're staying. That's how, I'm not going to say that's how it should be, but I do think that the portal is getting so out of hand that you're going to see NIL deals tied to a yearly requirement to staying out of school. I think that's going to be the next step. Because when you have guys that are switching like every single year, some of these companies or wherever they're getting the money from is going to be like, hey, you have to play at this school for the next 2 to 3 years. I don't know if that's going to work, but I do think some way, somehow they're going to try to push that forward at some point. Anyways, Dominic Ealy, he led the team in tackles, followed by our boy Sharp Dawkins. I mean, they were tied at 48, obviously. Then 11 tackles for loss for Smith. He was at one point tied for the country lead for sacks, but he finishes with just 7. Mr. Peterson, TJ Peterson, also finished with 7. Moss, Dawkins with 3 interceptions. Long, Ealy with 2 of them things. I'm loving it. Bishop, our strong safety, also had a pick this season as well. And then when it comes to everybody else around the nation, you can see the top quarterback was Kenny, and he was throwing the ball to Thomas, who won the Biletnikoff Award, so clearly he had some help throwing that football. And then it doesn't surprise us that Hawaii has one of the top passers in the nation, threw for a crazy amount of yards. And then Crawford, he had the most rushing yards for a running back at 1523, which tied Graham. Williamson with 19 touchdowns, that led the country. And then Cedric Sanders, he had 1,200 yards, 112 catches for 1,442 yards. We look at our man, Zeke Davenport, on half of the receptions, but nearly almost the identical numbers as far as yards and touchdowns. Absolutely phenomenal season for him. All right. Then, Dorsey, like, why couldn't we, have signed you? We lost to Kent State. Maybe if we had him on our team, we would have been A-okay, but we didn't, and now that is the result that we have, which sucks for us. Anyways, man, there goes your leaders in sacks. I said they led the league. They led the country in sacks. Is what I'm trying to say there. And there goes all your top interception getters. So this is the tale of the tape. They are an A- overall football team with a B overall offense and an A- for their defense. We have a B overall, B- offense, and a B+ defense. And I said that our defense was ahead of our offense, but our offense does have more playmakers on that side of the ball, or maybe more spectacular players, but not the consistency that the defense has. So there goes the numbers. Number 1 for points per game is us. They're ranked number 35th. Doesn't really matter. That's why you got to play the game. Hope to see you all there. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, peace, love. Hot sauce.